Hi students, welcome to Sri Ramanja Vidya Mandir, a temple for learning. Children, in previous session, the discussion was made on refractive index. How to calculate refractive index by using speed. Okay children, means we have seen the types. What is refractive index? What is absolute refractive index? What is relative refractive index? Children, refractive index depends on what? Speed. Okay, first thing, speed we have seen. How refractive index affects the speed of light. Understood children? Refractive index, how it affects the speed of light. If refractive index is more, speed of light will be less. Okay children, we have seen in the previous class absolute refractive index mu is equal to C by V. Children, see here, this one speed of light, that is constant, and this one speed of light in the medium. Okay, in some medium this one changes. Okay, so how we can relate children these two? Mu is inversely proportional to V. Okay, so if mu is less, refractive index, that value is less, speed will be more children. Okay children, this one we can say like this: if speed of light is more, refractive index will be less. Okay, if speed of light is more, speed of light is more. Okay, refractive index will be less. In the similar way, if speed of light is less, refractive index will be more. Okay children, this is in case of, means you can relate, we can relate with speed. Children, see here one more point. We have a formula, speed of light. Okay children, speed is equal to frequency into, okay children, frequency into wavelength of light. Wavelength of light. Children, see carefully. Speed of light I am indicating with V children. Speed or velocity of light I am indicating with V. Frequency I am indicating with F. And wavelength I am indicating with lambda children. Okay, in books you might have seen this symbol also. Okay, view. Okay, small v like this for frequency. Okay children, but in our discussion I am denoting frequency with small f. Okay children, in our discussion we replace, I am using speed formula is equal to frequency f into wavelength of light lambda. Okay children, so children, see here, speed equal to frequency into wavelength lambda. Children, suppose if frequency is constant. What is constant children? Frequency constant. If frequency is constant, how we can relate speed and wavelength children? How we can relate speed and wavelength? Speed is directly proportional to wavelength lambda. Okay children, speed is directly proportional to wavelength lambda. Okay, whenever the speed frequency is constant, how we can relate children? Speed is proportional to wavelength lambda. Children, see here, we know that during refraction there is no change in speed. Sorry, no change in frequency. No change in what children? Frequency during refraction. Okay children, so during refraction, instead that V can be replaced with what children? Lambda. Okay, in place of V, what we can write? Lambda also. Okay, by using this, what we can write, children? How we can rewrite the formula for refractive index? We know relative refractive index, children. Okay, let us talk about relative refractive index or absolute refractive index also. Mu equal to C by V. Okay, that is in terms of what, children? Speed. This one is in terms of speed. Instead of this, we can write like this also, children. Wavelength of wavelength of light in vacuum, wavelength of light in vacuum by wavelength in given media, wavelength in given medium. Okay, children, wavelength of light in vacuum by wavelength of light in the given medium. Okay, children. So while we are writing a relative refractive index, that is mu21, which is equal to mu2 by mu1. So instead of mu2, what we can write, children? Lambda 2 by, instead of mu1, what we can write? Lambda 1. Okay, so this one we can write in terms of what, children? Wavelength. Refractive index, again we can write in terms of what? Wavelength. This one is equal to what, children? Children, see here. Lambda 2. See, children, mu is inversely proportional to speed. So here, sorry, children, V1 will come. V1 by V2. Okay, V1 by V2. Means what we can write, children, this one further? Lambda 1 by lambda 2. Lambda 1 by lambda 2. Okay, children. So whenever the wavelength is changing, what will change, children? Refractive index. Okay, so once check this one, children. Mu is equal to C by V. Okay, instead of V, what we can write, children? C by frequency into wavelength. Okay, children, frequency into wavelength. Children, see here, speed of light is constant, frequency is constant. So further what we can write, children, here? Mu is inversely proportional to lambda. What is this, children? Mu, refractive index mu is inversely proportional to what? Wavelength of light, lambda. Okay, children. So from here you can clearly see, if wavelength of light is more, then refractive index will be what, children? Less. Okay, similarly, if wavelength of light is less, what about refractive index, children? More. Children, earlier the discussion was done on relation means that relation between refractive index and speed, how refractive index of light changes with speed. Now this one, how refractive index of light changes with respect to what? Wavelength of light. Okay, children. So here we know, children, see here, we know this VIBGYOR. Okay, children, 7 colors VIBGYOR. Children, once observe this one, red color, okay, and this one violet. Children, here red color has more wavelength, children. That red color has more wavelength comparing to violet. Violet has less wavelength. Okay, children, the color red color, if a light is having red color, that red color light has more wavelength. It is having more wavelength. Okay, since it is having more wavelength, what about refractive index, children, for red color? Refractive index will be less. Comparing to all these colors, the red color is having more wavelength. Since it is having more wavelength, comparing to all the colors, it will have less refractive index. Okay, children? So that's the reason the red color has more red color light has less refractive index. Children, whenever the refractive index is less, okay, whenever the refraction is less, what about speed, children? Speed also more, wavelength is more. So that's the reason what we are saying mu is less. Okay, when mu is mu will be less, children, when speed also more. Okay, so the thing is, the light is having, if the light is having more wavelength, it will have, if the light is having more wavelength, it will have less refractive index, as well as if the light is having more speed also, it will have less refractive index. Okay, children, so refractive index affects not only speed of light, it affects wavelength also. Understood, children, that refractive index is not only in relation with the speed of light, it also is in relation with wavelength of light, children, wavelength of light. Okay, so children, let us have a look on application of Snell's law. Children, I am taking a boundary and here I am taking a normal. Okay, next, here it is incident light, children. Okay, incident light, and this one is refracted light. Refracted. Okay, children, refracted. So incident ray, angle of incidence, and refracted ray, angle of refraction. Okay, children. So children, see here, let us consider this one as medium 1. And this one medium 2. Okay, children, medium 1 and medium 2. So for medium 1, what will be refractive index value, children? Refractive index will be mu 1. For medium 2, the refractive index value will be what? Mu 2. Okay, children, that is regarding refractive index. Okay, similarly, what about wavelength and speed, children? Wavelength of light is, here let us consider lambda 1. Here wavelength of light, let us consider lambda 2. Okay, as well as let us consider frequency f. Since frequency doesn't change, we are writing only frequency f, children. Next, speed, children. Let us consider here, let us consider speed v2. Okay, so children, how do we apply? First look at Snell's law. How do we apply Snell's law? Always remember, children, the medium in which the angle is, see, first write the medium. Okay, what is this? Mu 1. Okay, in medium mu 1, what is the angle present, children? I. Okay, so that one write like this, sin I. Okay, children, this is equal to, what is the next medium, children? Next medium, mu2. Write that one. Next, in this mu2, in this medium, what is the angle present, children? R. So write sin R. Okay, understood? So children, say here, in which medium the angle was present, that angle we need to keep as sine of that particular angle. Okay, so medium mu1 into sine of that particular angle sin I, which is equal to the next medium mu2, children. Okay, mu2 into, in that medium whichever the angle is present, that one take that angle, children, that one write as sin R. Okay, children, sin R. Okay, okay, children, this is how we apply Snell's law. Either we can write like this, children, or else sin I by, directly we can write in this manner also, sin I by sin R is equal to what we have, children, mu2 by mu1, mu2 by mu1. Once observe, children, here, observe, mu2 by mu1 is equal to what we got, children? Mu is inversely proportional to speed. Mu is what? It is inversely proportional to speed. So here mu2 by mu1 is equal to what, children? Speed v1 by speed v2, as well as it is also equal to what, children? Wavelength. Okay, so lambda 1 by lambda 2. Okay, children, this is the relation we got along with Snell's law. Sin I by sin R equal to mu2 by mu1 is equal to v1 by v2, that is equal to lambda 1 by lambda 2. Okay, children, so we can write like this also, sin I by sin R equal to v1 by v2 also we can write. Okay, children, always remember, sin I by sin R is not necessarily mu2 by mu1. Sin I by sin R is equal to what? Constant. Understood, children? It is not necessarily, it should be equal to mu. Okay, sin I by, as per Snell's law, sin I by sin R is equal to just a constant. Here if we observe, this value also, even this one also results some value x, this one also results some value x, this one also results some value x, children. Okay, here all these values is equal to sin I by sin R. Okay, this one is nothing but constant value. Constant. Okay, so that's the reason it is not mandatory to write sin along with only mu. We can write sin I by sin R equal to v1 by v2 also. With speeds also we can write. Understood, children? Along with speeds we can write. Okay. So see, children, once let us consider a beaker. Okay, children, here one beaker was kept. Okay, here inside some water got filled. It is filled with some water, children. Okay, water. Okay, children, water. So here, suppose if you want to write Snell's law, let us consider, children, this one incident ray. After refraction, obviously it will bend towards the normal. Let us draw the normal, children, first. It is normal. Okay, next let us consider this one refracted ray. Okay, refracted ray. So incident ray, children, normal and refracted ray. Okay, so let us consider this one angle I, children, this one angle R. Here let us consider, children, this background. Okay, surroundings is some air, so this one will be what, children? Refractive index mu air, and this one is water, so what will be the refractive index, children? Mu W. Okay, let us consider mu W. Okay, the medium is what, children? Water. So at this point, if you want to apply Snell's law, how do we write, children? In this particular medium, air, mu air into what is present, children? Angle I. Sin I is equal to what is the next medium, children? Mu W, mu water. Okay, into, in that particular medium, which angle is present, children? R. Okay, sin R. Okay, children. So let us consider the angle of incidence 30, children. Angle of incidence 30 degree. Angle of incidence how much? 30 degree. And refractive index of air is 1, children. And refractive index of water, let us consider 4/3. Let us consider some random value, children, 4/3. Okay. So here what is I value, children? I value is 30. I value 30. So this ultimate next equation, how we can write, children? 1 into sin 30 is equal to 4/3 into sin R. Children, here let us find what is R. How much could be its value? Okay, children. So sin 30 1/2, which is equal to 4/3, which is into sin R. Okay, suppose if you want to get R, what we should do, children? Sin R is equal to 1/2 into 3/4, and from here what we will get, children, further? R is equal to sin inverse 3/8. Some random value we will get, children, here. Okay. So this is how we will apply Snell's law and we will find the required angle. Children, in this particular example, I found what is R. Okay. In some problems, we need to get what is I also. Sometimes we need to find what is refractive index. Okay. Refractive index. Okay, children. Okay. So what could be the value? We can't guess. Suppose, see, children, another example I am taking. Let us consider mu air. Okay. And mu some random medium, children. Okay. Some mu suffix m. Okay, children. This is equal to what we will write? Speed in that particular medium by speed of light in air. Okay, speed of light in air. Okay, children, let us consider the speed in particular medium is 2 into 10 power 8 meter per second. Speed of light in air, children, that is 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second. Okay, so 10 power 8 cancel, children, and mu air value is 1, so 1 by mu m is equal to 2/3. From here what will be mu m, children? Mu m is equal to, from this what we can write? Mu m is equal to 3/2. Okay, that is nothing but 1.5. So this is the in this way what we can do, children, we can find that corresponding value of refractive index also for that corresponding medium. Okay, for that corresponding medium, for that particular medium, we can find its refractive index. Okay, children, by using what? By using speeds. Okay, children, by using speed. Okay. Okay children, the next one, critical angle. Children, say critical angle is the angle of incidence where the angle of refraction is 90 degrees. What is critical angle? Fundamentally children, it is some angle of incidence. Critical angle is a angle of incidence where angle of refraction is 90. Angle of refraction 90 means what is angle R children? Angle R is equal to 90 degrees. Okay. Angle R equal to 90 degrees. Children, say it is the angle of incidence for which the angle of refraction it will yield 90 degrees. Okay. It is an angle of incidence, and critical angle is nothing but what children? It is angle of incidence for which the angle of refraction will get 90 degrees. Okay children, that angle of incidence is nothing but what? Critical angle. That particular angle of incidence is nothing but what children? Critical angle. Okay, and the light must travel from an optically more dense medium to optically less dense medium. Children, this one we can say like this: the light must travel from optically more dense means denser medium to an optically less medium means rarer medium children, rarer medium. So the light should travel always from denser to rarer. Only in that case we can get critical angle. Okay. Yeah, children, see here, let us consider this one, some water or some random medium. Okay children, some random medium, let us consider mu1. Okay children, let us consider mu1. Let us consider this one mu2. Okay children, mu1 and mu2, and here it is angle I children, sorry, incident ray I, and this one angle I, angle I. Okay, and this one is what children? This one angle R, that is 90 degrees. This one is what? Angle made with the normal children. This one is normal. Angle made with the normal by the incident ray is angle of incidence. Angle made by the normal with refracted ray. This one refracted ray children, it is making 90 degrees of angle. 90 degrees. Okay. Apply Snell's law children here. Okay. First take mu1. Mu1 into what is the angle present in this medium children? I. Okay. So mu1 into sin I is equal to what is the next medium children? Mu2. Mu2 into, in that particular medium, what is the angle present children? R, sin R. Okay, so what is this angle children? Critical angle. Okay, let us replace with C. This angle only, nothing but critical angle children. Critical angle. Okay, why? Because for this angle the refraction value we got 90 degrees. Okay, so how we can write further this one children? Mu1 into sin C, that is equal to mu2 into sin R. Sin R in the sense how much children? R value 90 degrees. Sin 90 is how much children? Sin 90 is 1. Sin 90 is 1. Okay, so further how we can write this one children? Mu1 into sin C is equal to mu2. From here what will be sin C children? The critical angle sin C is equal to mu2 by mu1. Sin C is equal to mu2 by mu1. This is critical angle children. If you want to get critical angle, this is the manner. Okay children, this is how we will find critical angle. Children, here let us say mu2, if you consider air, if you take mu2 as air, then what we get children? Sin C is equal to mu2 means refractive index of air by refractive index of that particular medium. This value equals to what children? This value is equal to 1 by mu. So from here what will be sin c, children? Critical angle sin c is equal to 1 by mu. Okay, if one of that particular medium, that mu2 is air, if that is air, then you can use this formula in order to get that corresponding another medium, refractive index of that another medium. Okay, children, so this is how critical angle formula is. Okay, children, so further the discussion will be continued on problems and prism. Okay, children, basing on that some problems are there. Okay, children, further interesting concepts will be discussed in our next lecture. Okay, children, until then, thank you and have a nice day.